Hello, friends from around the world. Welcome to the continuation ceremony. So, again, this year we are not saying goodbye. Instead, we are continuing this journey all the way into Peace Week in September. And what a phenomenal week we just had, packed with wisdom, prayers, healing, song, art, and most of all, great community. So, as we keep going on this journey through the next 91 days, let's stay in this remembrance and continue to vibrate frequencies of empowerment, oneness, unity, cooperation, abundance, love, and faith. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for being with us for the past week. And thank you for continuing the journey through 99 days into peace through unity. And of course, a huge thank you to our sponsors, Purpose Earth, Spiritual Life TV, Hollow Movement, Great Transition Stories, Brand Earth, and International Academy of Multicultural Cooperation. Our media sponsors, Hubcast Media, Unify, Sign Network, Harmony Connects, Global Peace Tribe, and Global Coherence Pulse. Thank you to all presenters, speakers, stewards, volunteers, audience, and of course, our entire team who worked so hard to make this happen. So let's get this continuation party started and begin now to carry out our missions to then come together again in a bigger way in September, 16th to 23rd September for the Peace Week. And today we have Auntie Patricia Ann Davis opening the continuation ceremony.
Would you like me to begin? And can you hear me?
Yes, and yes.
I'm in the radiant sun of the Bosque of the Rio Grande River in New Mexico, with the Isleta Pueblo and the Mescalero Apache to the south, and the 19 northern Pueblos and the Jicarilla Apache to the north, and my homeland, the Navajo Nation to the northwest. If you hear sounds of urban setting, that's because I'm near the Avenida Cesar Chavez. Welcome to the continuation ceremony of the interrelated and interconnected season of the Sign Network in collaboration with the Mighty Network Zoom events that have been unfolding and cascading from World Unity Week through the remaining 91 days of the 99 days originally planned into the upcoming Peace Week in September. This event, continuing ceremony, is a sacred circle ceremony for peacemaking, wellness restoration from the indigenous lens, and in the context domain of Dene Hojo, spiritual natural law that governs all of us equally. I begin with a Dene traditional introduction, and Dene translates to holy people. This domain, Dene Hojo, spiritual natural laws govern all of us equally. Hear me when I say that, governs all of us equally. My colonial American Indian boarding school name is Patricia Ann Davis Inshia, a Mississippi band of Choctaw and Shlin. And I'm going to include Diyan Dene Tachitni, Yei Dene Tachitni Inshla, Kia Ani, Ada Chanela, Ado Diyan Dene Biyaja Inshla, Do Nihi Kle. Gratitude to my late father, my late Daneh father, who gave me a lifetime task to, quote, undo the thinking that caused our people so much violence and suffering. And I honor my late Choctaw mother too, who cooked and fed for the many people who came to our home for healing during her life living on the Navajo reservation where I was born and where I grew up. In Indian boarding school, she and my cousin were put in a dark room and given bread and water until they were forced to stop speaking Choctaw. And this was one of the milder punishments for speaking our language. Greetings, everyone, my spiritual family and relatives. Ya'at e shik e shitanet an also. Everything that is good, beautiful, and true for children, for parents, our grandparents, for all families, and the healing of nations, especially the healing of nations, is all that I speak. Thus, I greet you with a warm heart-to-heart hug as we intend, visualize, affirm, and manifest healthy, helping teamwork, using the technology of mass media for the mass healing of world nations. We began the new year with our collective inspiration of Martin Luther King's vision of restoring beloved community as a spiritual affirmation of an inclusive reality of all people valued as humane beings. Bella Ashley, 5-finger people, humane beings. So let us learn and teach how to live in peace in all of our decision making through a self-realization of justice as synonymous with love and solidarity among all races, all tribes, and class groups and world nations. Horjoja Ina is the planetary, cosmic, reverent revolution. Ashabik Eho, sunwise. It is the reframing of our collective conscience for win-win, constructive, and life-affirming decisions for those outcomes to ensure right livelihood, to meet our basic needs with each of our inherent genius gifts. And this is what you're witnessing throughout this 99 days of peace. We intend to restore, we intend to manifest restoring resources to the next generation of youth. I want to focus here on a teaching about communication. All of creation communicates with one another, and each has a voice. B'nai daholo, b'nai daholo. Our voice is existing and echoing throughout the universe. We are inherently attuned to the cycles of renewal in nature, like the recent solstice, June 21st. Our Mother Earth tells us that we exist with Creator and within creation, because our very constitution is of the earth, water, fire, air, and within the earth, water, fire, and air. The holy beings that guide us and protect us use interspiritual natural order laws to communicate to our whole brain thinking, to our conscience and moral reasoning we call Eholzen. That is why the original instructions, that is why the original instructions for humane beings is to, quote, make decisions for the greatest good for the greatest number of people from our will to love and goodwill. The cradle board, you have seen all tribes have their beautiful decorated, sometimes beaded, and very meaningful cradle board. And the Daneh cradle board is of cedar wood, and the arched cedar wood around the baby's head is a Daneh symbol the holy people symbol of protecting our holy thinking, protecting our whole brain thinking, protecting our intuition, our co-creative imagination, our affirmative thinking faculties. This is all synonymously conveyed in the term Nazilid. I'm struggling with defining and describing and illustrating to you just that one word, Nazilid, which is literally a rainbow. And esoterically, it is a symbol of the interspiritual communication as a continuum. Here, listen, as a continuum of our interrelated and interconnected affirmative communication with Creator and with creation simultaneously in the natural order laws of Hojo that govern us all equally. So straightforward, I'm telling you that we're in the earth, water, fire, air, existing in the environment of earth, water, fire, and air. And I'm going to call that is the hotline to Creator and through creation. Kodo Hojo Dole, in our eternal self, in the eternal now. Nahasan Hima, upon our sacred Mother Earth, Shata, the everythingness. We don't have words for nothingness or think nothing. We say we think everything, and we're in the everythingness of an abundant new universe. The power, these are the names of the power to speak peace. Hasheltia is the power to name and the power to speak peace, originating from Hashehawan, from the origin of the home of peace. That's all of our origins, and our primordial ancestors gave to us through oral tradition that we would know not be lost. Indasya is the word for that everything was created with a purpose and in the natural order law. And then the second part, Nilya, holy, clear, congruent thinking, strong planning, social coherence and competence, self-reverence and reverence for nature was placed upon a peace and prayer path. Tadadin Ekashin, the 4 corn pollen footsteps. Sa'anagaibik Ehojon, Tadadin Atin, the prayerful path. Tadadin Nantian, the prayerful teaching. Tadadin Sad, the prayerful words for inspiring and guiding world unity through peace. Ha'ah, east, balance and living. Shada'ah, south, harmony and communication. E'ah, peace in the family. Nahokos, north, beauty in the environment. Shabak sunwise around the fireplace. The family fireplace of love and joy within our hearts and our homes. Collectively, thank you, my spiritual family and all of my relatives. Gratitude and thank you for the teamwork here.
Thank you, Auntie Patricia and Davis, for that extraordinary message of beauty and wonder. What a perfect beginning to have you out in nature and your land, sharing that beautiful message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Friends, we're in this continuation ceremony, and one of the things that was great, and there were many things that were great, but one of the things that was really great about this year was we had a lot of on-location events, hybrid events, people from the spirit of place, from the land, from the places where they're doing stuff is taking place. So without further ado, I'm going to cross to one of our ambassadors for World Unity Week, which is Georgia Van Kylenberg. And Georgia is out there on location, getting it done again on the streets of LA. Georgia, it's great to have you with us.
Hey, Ben, it's so good to be back. I just really want to thank you for having that blessing just as I stepped in, because it just gave me such a grounding in the history of the land that we do our things on the ground. You know, when we work here on the ground all the time, there's such an important moment to take pause and acknowledge those that have come before and whose land that we create on. Especially right now, I'm on Tongvan land, and we are down in South LA. And we are painting, as you can see behind me, this mural at South Park Recreation Center. Historically, South Park Recreation Center was originally, over 30 years ago, long before 30 years ago, a place where there was a lot of, warring essentially, but I don't like to use that term, but just a lot of discontent between a Black and Latino gang that both claimed territory here. And they created a truce 30 years ago last year. And so last year we came in and designed a mural with the young people over at the summer camp over there. And we said we were going to paint this mural together to honor 30 years of peace here in this park, where all communities come together and play sports and hang out and have family days. And there's so many community members here just enjoying and coming by and painting. And I'll flip it over while I tell the story of this, if I can. So what we did is we brought a Black artist and a Latino, both female, to work with our kids and design this mural together that sort of celebrates what now exists in the park, but also a call to the history of how we got here. And today we're painting with members of the Casting Society of America who come out to volunteer, and some of the community members, some of the kiddos that have just come by to paint because they were at the pool and they wanted to paint. It's not particularly a kids' day, but that's the magic of this, is that young people walk past and say, I want to do that, and they can. So this mural is going to live on as a testimony to unity, magically, Ben. And, there's JJ in the mural, who's like a local hero, really, a teen that is part of our program. And that's the teen center. So these kids come here every day after school for study and things like that. So that's what we're doing today, Ben. And what a perfect way to sort of celebrate. We started last week with planting a plane in the other side of the city, and now we're down in South LA doing this. So thank you for sharing a bit of the story.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Georgia. Peace through unity. That park is a living testimony to peace through unity, what can be achieved when we come together and create peace. It's just so beautiful. Arts bridging the gap. We often share here that beauty will save the world. So thank you for bringing that beauty to us today. And thank you for everything you've done to bless World Unity Week, Georgia. It's been awesome.
Thank you, Ben. It's my pleasure. I'm going to keep painting so we can finish this.
You painting. Send us a photo when you're done. Thanks, Georgia.
I will, absolutely. Thank you, and much love to everybody.
Take care. Beautiful.
Bye.
Now we have something also incredibly special, which is Dana Tomasino is going to do an attunement for us. You look amazing, Dana. You look amazing. So welcome, and over to you.
Thank you. Aloha, everyone. I offer a sound blessing to help energize, nourish, and bless all that has emerged here during this sacred convergence of souls that is World Unity Week, and all that is to be co-created in the weeks ahead. I'd like to invite us all to join our heart energy together now to co-create a powerful, amplified heart field to embrace, nourish, and uplift all of our intentions, our initiatives, our missions, our collaborations, current and future. So I invite us to connect with our heart, and let's breathe all together through our hearts, breathing in and breathing out together as one, and envisioning, feeling a golden rose-colored light of love in our hearts, allowing that light to expand as we breathe until it infuses our entire heart field. And now let's envision all of our heart fields merging together to create one amplified, coherent field, a holodome of light surrounding and embracing us all in a sacred container for this blessing. I I ask that energy from source infuse the sound to bless all of our co-creations with the highest light of divine love, and that this sound be a carrier wave for our continued expression of the frequencies of empowerment, oneness, unity, cooperation, abundance, love, and faith as we co-create together a new earth rising. Mahalo keakua. Thank you, God. Thank you, all of you, very much for your participation. And I just wanted to, in the spirit of continuation, I just wanted to voice that my mission for the next 99 days is to continue to anchor divine light and the energies of Lemuria with sound. Thank you all so much. Blessings.
That was so beautiful, Dana. That was so beautiful. Thank you.
Hello, thank you. And
You've brought us into an attuned and a beautifully attuned place. Thank you so much, sister. That was gorgeous. Well, now we have a message from Laura and Emmanuel. And I know that whenever we do these, trying to unite the world is one of the biggest challenges is time zones. So someone's always going to draw the short straw. And in Europe, those in Europe, I know there's quite a number here with us today. But Laura and Emmanuel, on behalf of all the sponsors, and Irina, of course, acknowledge all of our beautiful and amazing and wonderful sponsors. And I know, Harry's here and Olivia's here. But just on behalf of Purpose Earth, the Hollow Movement, and everything else, again, thank you. You've enabled all of this along with the other co-sponsors to happen, but your generosity and your trust and your faith and your leadership, they mean the world. They mean the world to us. So
Thank you, Ben. What an honor. What an incredible honor to be a part of this extraordinary week and to be able to be a primary sponsor and to be part of the Purpose Earth team. I feel so blessed. And when I look at this incredible group of people in this room, I'm inspired by every one of you. And I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who helped to make this happen. And I won't begin to be able to name everybody, but Derek Grimm and Irina Morrison and Lawrence Singer and Rhiannon and so many people, and the beautiful heartfelt hosting from Anne Marie and from Reverend Becky, who I see just blossoming into this extraordinarily talented and gifted, heart-centered human being. And Ben, thank you deeply, deeply for bringing this community together. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't all be here right now. You're the glue who burns the midnight oil and the daytime oil and is there as a cheerleader to all of us. Thank you. And, it's just been a great week. I've watched so much of this by streaming, through streaming, and I've been able to go on this beautifully done website and find all the programming so easily and, tune in and my mornings after a lot of it's over. And every year it gets a little better, and I see the evolution. And I see the evolution in what is possible when people who shine bright lights bring their light together. And I was so proud of our Purpose Earth team and the father-daughter session that we had on Sunday in celebration of Father's Day with Lawrence and Lee Singer, and their honoring of so many remarkable recipients for grants from Purpose Earth who are just finding the most creative solutions to some of the biggest challenges. So I wanted to share a letter that was received by our dear friend and council member. His name is Datu, and I probably won't pronounce his last names correctly, but it's Lanaleo Sankowan. And he's the founder and director of Tribes and Nature's Defenders. And he recently received a grant from Purpose Earth to help restore the coffee farms that were destroyed by this devastating super typhoon in the Philippines. And he wrote to Peter Blaze saying, "Our last home, our rainforest and culture are gone. Tears are falling down to hope that there are kind people to see our situation. But I believe that after the rain, there is a rainbow, the rainbow of hope that someone will help us, as love has no boundaries. For this, all the kind people from Purpose Earth are our hope and future that gives us the opportunity to continue our journey. The support is the beginning of our strength to stand and fight the challenges. Thank you so much. We are forever grateful." And I'm sharing that because Purpose Earth is just a microcosm of what all of us are doing together. We're all supporting, we're all giving our hearts and souls to making this a better, more prosperous, peaceful, and healthy planet for everybody. And before I pass the talking stick to my dear Emmanuel, I wanted to close with a prayer from my beloved Paramahansa Yogananda. Thou art love, and we are made in thine image. We are in the cosmic sphere of love, from which we behold all stars, all planets, all beings, all creation as glimmering lights. We are the love
that it illuminates the entire universe.
Thank you, Laura. It's got me thinking about deep love there. Kind of always do when I look at you anyway. But extending that to the universe. Thank you for the message. Thank you, Ben, and your entire World Unity Week team, you and John Raymer and Becky and everybody. Just been extraordinary this week. So many great minds, special moments, synergies of thought and action coming together, leading to 99 days of activation. Just heartfelt gratitude to all of you for all of the programming, all the volunteer work, all the love that's been put into World Unity Week this year. And today, on the closing day, the 7th day of the frequency level rise that we've all been through, the theme is faith. But I think we might say that we're asking no one for blind faith. We want faith based on what we know to be true, true in our hearts and souls, of the true meaning and purpose and mission of all of our lives. And the science now corroborates those ideas. We know that there's an implicate order, a divine design, a design for human potential to arise out of this ontological pilot wave of motion that is our universe. And yet we know it's all one. Non-locality has been given the Nobel Prize for Physics. The hidden variables of physicist David Bohm have now been vindicated and to be the true basis of reality. Understanding the quantum field that gives rise to all of this and really connecting us as one and one mind, one cosmic mind. But gosh, when we think of one cosmic mind and we look around, we see it's been divided. There's at least 2 hemispheres, maybe 1 million or more. We're shattered into so many pieces and so many thought patterns. We've gone astray, and the world needs to find a way back to unity. That's what World Unity Week is all about, is bringing us out of that sense of separation and back to unity. And as such, we see that this science that we now understand to be true merges with spirituality. And we know that it talks about the truth, beauty, and goodness in the human soul, and that those are the forces that will drive this field, that will create a higher frequency of coherence, which we've all leaped on this week. Waves and fades, overlapping, growing, multiplying themselves as they synergize, and an ever deeper understanding of where we're going towards a unified field of reality. That's the process we've been through this week, and that is what is now activating the missions, the strength, and the vision, and all of our hearts and souls to make this great turn, to really turn things around and move them in the direction where the earth comes first, where the nature's design is our strategic business plan for a thriving, joyful, brighter future for all. That is our spirit, and that is our faith. And it's not blind faith. It's based on our many years of knowledge getting here. But in ending, I might ask us all to take a little bit of a leap of faith and go so far as to believe in our highest potential, of ourselves. And maybe agree with ourselves that any karmic baggage or grievances or negativity from the past that we might carry, that we drop that. We leave it behind. We clear our karmic field, all of our fields, all of our cultures. We start over on a clean path upward towards a new earth, an upshift with humanity rising into an ever brighter future for humanity.
Mhm.
That's where we're headed. That's the ascent back to the implicate order of unity from whence we all came. So let us entrain, cohere, catch that spirituality, ride the wave together. It will eventually bring us all home, weaving together a joyful, thriving field for a future for all. Thank you for letting us be a part of this, Ben, and for the wonderful work you all do. We're deeply honored to be a part of this programming and everything we do. Many blessings to all of you. Keep us gratitude.
Thank you for that extraordinary message. Thank you. We can feel it in the field. We can feel it in the field. Thank you for staying up so late from Europe to be with us. You bless us richly. And we are live on location. Live performance of Rainshine. So great to be with you guys, Kristen and Rhiannon.
Oh, it's such a deep honor to be here with everyone at the closing ceremony. And we are here in the Hudson Valley, just about to do an in-person event with Rainshine. And we're just standing outside. There's this beautiful mural in the back, the hoot owl, and just sending you all so much love. This has been such a beautiful World Unity Week, and just feeling into these 99 days of peace through unity that are weaving us together, connecting us always as we move forward. And we just want to thank you, Ben, thank Unity Earth, Purpose Earth. I just saw Emmanuel on, so beautiful.
So beautiful, Emmanuel.
We're all connected. I'm going to just turn over to Rhiannon.
Oh, I'm just so overjoyed to be here with my sister. Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. And all the beauty and all the joy and all the unity and all the blessings that everyone's been creating together this week. It's a gift beyond measure. And to be here physically in physical space with my dear sister, Kristen, is both of our fathers are here. We have family here. We have Troy and Paul here. And I just feel like it's such an incredible moment when we're starting to weave our physical events, this hybrid reality that we're creating, and creating immersive experiences together with our virtual global experiences. And there are these hubs, these nodes in the world. And this is one of them. You all have to come here and visit us in the Hudson Valley. It's just beautiful. And it's just so amazing to share all the spaces that you are in around the world and to see you all and to know that you're holding a space and the love that you're holding in all of these places around the globe, and to be able to connect in all of these new incredible ways. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to you, Kristen.
I'm so grateful to you.
So grateful to you, Ben.
I tuned in for the
And
Split Rock
and
ceremony
Bob.
this morning and felt the depth and the love there and the healing, the deep healing. And we're doing this. We're all doing this together.
Yes.
We're all in this together. And as I'm singing tonight, in just about 20 minutes from now, I just want you all to know I'm going to be singing for you and you and listening to our Mother Earth. We are all in this together, and just wishing you all the most beautiful 99 days of peace through unity, and looking forward to Peace Week and all of us being together again.
We love you all.
Oh, we love you all. Rhiannon and Kristen have an amazing in-person debut presentation of Rainshine. It's going to be amazing. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you for being with us and blessing us with your presence today. You both look extraordinary. And we feel the love there with your fathers and your partners there. How spectacular, how beautiful. One big family in the heart. Thank you so much for being with us, Kristen and Rhiannon.
Love you.
We love you. And Anna Marie, we love you. So going back to Holland, where it is 1:41 in the morning, and Anna Marie has been, oh my gosh, all over this New Earth Rising. Absolutely incredible, Anna Marie.
Well, yes, that's that's what World Unity Week does. It invites you into all these different spaces, and it's been such a joy. And knowing that we've been here together for these 4 years, and I just love this sequence of how we've done that, answering the call, and let's do something together, really experimenting a little bit more, then coming home together as we felt that last year, and this need and this sense for belonging, and now the New Earth Rising, in which we have, even on a deeper level, that's how I feel it anyway, realized or brought forth in everything that we did this interconnectedness and interdependence of all life on Earth and in the whole cosmic context. And it's so much more easy to speak about that. And I must say that the Holo movement and Emmanuel, your sharings and the book and all that has made it even more accessible for us to be able to share these kind of stories that is so important to bring it out into larger circles. And now today we're at this ending of this 8 days, this cycle, and moving into the next cycle. And as co-producers, I would say that with gratitude for the amazing experience of this radical collaboration that we have brought to a next level, next layer, we're also very eager to learn, of course, from all of us what we can improve and how and what we can be doing to, whilst we move into this next level with our missions and coming together in our weekly calls, on now also in Europe, growing so that we can have these rhythms, that we can continue to go on, a certain heartbeat, whilst we also acknowledge the cycles of Mother Nature. And for me, World Unity Week alights the togetherness, the hope, so much action, longing to play, to come together, co-create with joy and beauty. And I can express here for myself real love for life. And I suppose that's why I'm eager to be in all so many places to contribute and to learn. We've had that at the heart of all we do as co-producers, I feel, the way that we've been working together with all of us in so many different contexts with such a deep layer of trust. And you, all of us, have added to that, of course, in these 8 days, in all these different convergence rooms, with your experience, creativity, imagination. That lights up and manifests the road to peace, I think, through unity and diversity now. And yeah, it's really great that we're all here together. And may this next phase activate us to live our life purpose even at a deeper level, let's say. And well, Emmanuel was just inviting us to see how we can even step up a little bit more, adding pieces of the puzzle in co-creation, lifting up and lighting up each other as well whilst we're going on, enlarging the circles of love and light throughout all continents of our beautiful Earth and radiating in resonance and coherence. I'm here to serve. That's the most important part of my mission for the coming days. And I'm really looking forward to every step in the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna Marie. You're a blessing. You are a blessing and a gift. Brother John Ramo, Anna Marie saying we got to get with our purpose and get moving and get progressing on. So what's next, John, after all of this?
Well, it keeps going. Got Thomas on the hey, summer got me a bigger paddle, okay? So we're ready for you. And so transparency, trust, accountability, those are core. So we want to hear from everybody. Everybody's voice matters here, and we want to know what it's going to take for you to engage at this next level. So the hub's ready to play. Here you belong, a place to get support. We're here to play. So there is the Mighty Network. I put the link in there again. The idea there is that people are declaring these missions. Like Pookie's here, right? And she's just sharing that she's got a mission to turn her fabulous theme song, New Earth Rising, into a video. And we could play that way. So it could be fun as well as it could be, you know, dealing with some of the toughest stuff that we know we got to come to terms with. So we have a framework for how to think about all the different missions that we're doing. And we ask you to, you know, make that leap forward. And if you need help, we're here to help you. So I just put the invite into the room for this. But over here is the Mighty Network. That's what this is called. These are the different spaces. You can go into the missions one, get a good overview. Then you could kind of see all the missions. And what we've done is, like here was the one, the video submissions for a New Earth Rising theme song. So every mission has a plan, starts with a plan. And like literally you can go here and hear the song because they're calling out as a call to action for us to all come up with creative video clips to include. This is a good example of how we can play together. Rick Olfick and We the World's got a vision of joint press releases for all of us. I mean, there's such creativity here. Look at this. I mean, so now what we've done also is we're thinking about how to make sure these aren't siloed and how do we pull all this together. So there's a couple ways it's going to happen. Every mission also has a tag. So you can create, like for teaming up, we've been talking about the 99 days of radical collaboration. These are events that have been scheduled on the Mighty Network that are part of this plan. But we can also think about how these principle-centered approach, those guiding principles we've been talking about, can turn into these different teams that we can be used to come together in breakout rooms and say, let's make sure all the folks that are working on governance and politics or social and cultural or seasoned economies get a chance to learn from each other and know who's doing what. You know, we can't be in everything. I mean, the way I've been thinking about this, there's some things I need to be a part of and some things I need to be aware of. So there's limitations of our body. And with so much going on here, I said, wait a minute, you can't, it's not about clearing your deck so that you could do all of it. No one could do that. So we got to get strategic in how we use our time and what we are a part of and what we need to be aware of so we can weave together these strategies. But you got to know the network, and you don't know the network. In order to knit the network, that means you got to get to know each other. We got to make some time for that. So Ben and I, we've been talking about convening, like Anna Marie was talking about, you know, keeping the pulse going, breaking out then into sessions. I'm going to put a link to that article. I'd love your feedback on this. So this is an attempt to take a principle-centered approach to the radical collaboration by teaming up that we're jumping into. So I'm going to put in the chat. You can get to it even if you're not on the Mighty Network. But if you're not on the Mighty Network, get on the Mighty Network. We can stay connected out to each other, because we need this, not just those moments in Zoom together, but between those times where we can stay. They call it asynchronous, right? This is synchronous, asynchronous. So there we've spelled out these different synergy teams that the missions naturally gravitate towards, and we'll be able to then get everyone thinking about governance and politics, or even thinking about ecology and environment, aware of each other's work. They could see, wait a minute, hey, what you're doing is really similar to what I'm doing. Let's think about doing it together. So cooperating is one level. Collaborating is another level. Co-creating is another level. So, and I promise to stay open and continue to learn in this process. Nobody knows how to do this. Nature knows. You see those starlings, you see those schools of fish, they move together in a way that I can only dream of for us. But let's make our, there's Kara, that's great. Engagement, And that's her beautiful artwork, by the way, that you saw in that document. We've been working on this for a number of years together, writing these tales of synergy. Thank you, Kara. We'd love to hear from you. Can you unmute? Let's see. Ah, you are unmuted.
Great, yeah. Yes. Are we doing the commitment ceremony part now? Becky, just checking in. Yeah,
We
okay.
are. So we're going to invite your voices actually into the room in a few minutes. But first, Cara and I are going to lead you into a deepening of a connection to the mission that you're identifying or that you have identified for these next 91 days. So, Cara, I'll pass it over to you, and everyone will be invited to raise your virtual hand, and we'll share more about that in a minute.
Good. So we started the opening ceremony and commitment pledge time with a very short version of accessing our commitments. And we're going to repeat that now, but in a deeper way, because we've gone through the whole depth of the week. And we've been seeing what everyone else is saying and doing. We have a bit of a sense of what some of the missions are already, as John's been sharing with us so beautifully. And now now it's the time to say, like, okay, here we are at the end of all of this beautiful explosion of offerings and creativity. As we're making sense of it with the Stewart's harvest and this closing ceremony, to take a moment now to just access, okay, what is it for me? What's my mission? Some of us are already clear on it, and some of us it's still sort of fuzzy. Oh, no, I'm going to help somebody. But maybe through this week we become even a little bit more clear about what that is. If there's a certain mission that you want to help on, or if there's a new mission that you want to start up, or what's your commitment going forward for these 99 days. So I just want to take us a little time to find that clarity together in this field that helps us access together when we're all together in the same time at different times in the same space in different spaces. So we're already pretty grounded from all of these beautiful blessings. Let's just take a moment with the bell. And let's take a moment to call in any helper energies that help you find your higher self and your greater commitment when you're doing these types of accessings. Remember our ancestors in the past and the future. Invite them to come and witness this ceremony we'll do now as we say our commitments to each other. Inviting in your higher self and your future self, where the peace on earth has been achieved, and you can look back to yourself and encourage yourself and say, yes, this is your mission. Yes, come step up in a way that you haven't before. It's something new and fresh and more collaborative and deeper. I was holding that container together of all those supportive energies. And just clarifying that intention to say, I wonder, or I intend to really feel my mission in this moment. I intend to have it light up my fire, to shake my body. And just inviting us all now to let it come in, to answer the question in ourselves. What is my commitment? in this field. And a few moments to let it come. And let it come to all your senses. And now we're going to go into a special immersive view. I think, unless you want to do the other thing first, Becky, and we will ceremoniously, in very few words, but really from this place of commitment and depth and ceremony, and say in very few words, I commit to, and finish in that sentence. And you raise your hand if you're willing to to say that out loud to everyone. And we'll do as many as we have time for.
Yes, everybody, please turn on your videos if you would like to say and share your mission. And again, the essence, just a couple of words, and raise your virtual hand right now. And we will bring you into the room. You raise your hand. Here we go. And Cara is going to play some music for us.
Oh, yes. Is it going to work with the immersive, or are we doing spotlight?
It shall. Just a second. Hang on. I have to do this. Just a second.
Yeah, good.
Go into... We have the music going. Can you share the music?
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
You can hear that?
Yes.
So Becky will bring you up into this immersive view and perhaps make you big. And then if you're the one who's big on the screen, and then you say your commitment. I commit to. So Karen, you're there. Why don't you go?
I commit to bringing art education into the schools.
I'm next there, so I'll go. I commit to bringing ceremonies for inner world peace on the new moons and full moons up till September, to bring ever people into the ceremonies.
I guess it is. I commit to creating, sharing, funding, and designing the Dubai Convergence.
And our lovely friend with the glasses, sorry, I don't know your name.
I commit to elevating the feminine
to influence, greater unity.
Music's a little loud, Cara. Just
It's not so easy to do viewers if we want to get us together.
I commit to writing President Putin.
Good, Nancy's almost showing up. Okay.
I think we're going to have to call this and put it in the chat because we're just going to run out of. Unfortunately, we've got a lot to get through. Is there maybe one or two more, Cara, and then the rest are going to have to go in the chat.
Yeah, that's just fine. We just wanted to get at least a few. Ingrid, go ahead.
I commit to empowering the individuals that have missions through the Avatar course materials and also the network by really helping to ramp up and build up the team up functions of the hub.
Okay, maybe we just simply spotlight two more, just to make sure we have just a few more voices and we can complete.
Suzanne.
I commit to ongoing activity to change our creation story now, where sinners would create a different world from saints. And I commit to tuning us into our sainted reality so that we can create the world that we want to be in.
Felipe. Oh, we're not hearing you. Dana, and then we'll see if we can get Felipe back. Also, I wonder if I stop the music. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry, but some voices weren't coming through there, but that's
We have a few. We have a few. Cara, you might as well just finish them off. Go ahead, Dana. Go ahead.
Okay, great.
Nope, we can't hear you. It's like your microphone. Go ahead. Try now.
I commit
Yes.
to anchoring divine light and the energies of Lemuria through sound.
Beautiful. Go, Philip.
I commit to hold space until we find a governance model that is inclusive for all our projects, visions, missions, and also to find a model for our economic exchanges, even if it's just gifting, that we can really put all this energy to flow without limitations.
I commit to collaborating and creating with other singers like myself and artists for peace.
Bruce, go ahead. Bruce.
I commit to serving the community of service started by Messiah Jesus.
I commit to organizing a listening field for the Amazon.
Okay. I think Shonda is our last one. Just do one more.
I commit to initiate Heal the Earth.
and work with anyone that has any kind of concept on how to do that here within the 99 days.
We're so grateful to everybody for expressing your beautiful missions and your commitments. Thank you so much. And you're welcome to put them in the chat as well. We would love to gather as many as possible in the chat and invite you to get your essential oil or something to taste and anchor it in as we move to our next offering. Thank you all so much, and blessings as you see these flags of one family waving behind our one world that we are building together, this new earth rising. In gratitude, Ben, thank you.
That is so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that incredible one world with the flags waving. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Cara, for that beautiful commitment ceremony. You can feel the strength of the commitments made in this space and place. How exciting. So now some time for some music. Let's go to our dear brother, Omar Shah. Welcome, Omar Shah. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, namaste, everybody. And I feel so honored and blessed to be a part of this. I don't even want to call it soup because it's not soupy, because it's so clear. But the hope that I feel in my cells, the love that I feel growing in my own heart, is testament to the reflection I'm receiving here. Holy smoke. I'm so grateful to be feeling love again in my life. It's not that I haven't, but now that I'm feeling more, I know that there was a lack of it, so no lack. And I have a little song that I'm going to sing for you called What If? But my 99-day commitment sounds selfish, but I'm looking for a world-class record producer to bring out my next album. My last 6 albums have always been produced by myself, and I'm a jack of all trades except for the music. I think I'm a master. However, being a jack of recording has meant that my albums have suffered a little bit, and so I am not going to record my next album. I have all the music written until I can find a world-class producer, and the reason for that is because we need to lift the vibration of the whole world, and music is key because it's a language that everybody can speak or listen to with each other, even if you don't know the language. And I know that my music and other like-minded musicians with our sonic vibrations out there will be another intrinsic part of lifting our world. And so that's that little bit. Ben, thank you. I'm going to press a button and we shall be moved. Okay. Summer, you can hear me? Yay. What if we could find a way to wipe away all tears and fears, all broken hearts, to clear the way for a brand new start? Now that we see and know the way, Ta-da!
Yay, beautiful. Omasho, we need to get you a producer for your next album. I love that. I love that mission. Any final comments, brother?
There's no final words. There's in about half an hour or 3/4 of an hour, the Awakening World continues the continuance of tonight's continuance, which is rather good. And what else? John, thank you so much. You're absolutely awesome. And everybody, Summer, you rock, sweetheart. My goodness, you bring a light to my heart. And Becky and Cara and Ingrid and Karen, all of us, thank you so much for making this happen. And the world is awakening. It has awakened. We're just catching up with it within our own hearts. Namaste and aloha.
Your mission is in the chat, Omashar.
I saw that. Oh, it is in the chat, is it? I saw it popped up on my Mighty Pop thingamajig. Thank you, John. Thank you so much for being on it. It's not like you don't have much to do. So, hey.
Grateful for it all.
Thank you, brother.
You guys know about the Dubai Convergence? Someone we know has got a mission they put up just a minute ago. It's going to be the next convergence is in Dubai. Do you know anything about that, Ben Bowler? All right. Maybe not. Maybe he's frozen. Maybe it's me. I put Ben's mission up there. I'm putting them all up. So if you've got a mission that you want to declare, we'll keep adding them. And let me see.
You got my email. You got my submission, John.
I put it up. It's in the chat.
Okay. Awesome. Committed now. We're committed now. And thank you to everybody who made those commitments in a beautiful ceremony just before. You know, one of the most, I think, heartening things about World Unity Week this year was the involvement of youth. And I think that's, something that is so essential. And thank you to Pathways to Peace and Ungun Institute and Arts Bridging the Gap for hosting the Youth Speak Up plenary. If you haven't seen it yet, it's beautiful and amazing and wonderful, but it's also really eye-opening to hear the voices of these young leaders and to hear their passions and their work and their mission. So we're very blessed to have from Pathways to Peace a young leader with us here today, which is Emma de Blias. Now, excuse me, Emma, if you'll correct us on the last on your last name, but Emma, you spoke so powerfully at the Youth Speak Up plenary, and you've joined us today. You've got a message for the World Unity Week community. Thank you, Emma, for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Emma DeBlias. I am now an incoming freshman at the Catholic University of America, where I will be studying politics and a minor in education. I would like to thank Tez, who is here, Tezekiah Gabriel, who is the executive founder of Pathways to Peace and is my entire world right now, for how he accepted me, took me under my wing, and basically showed me the world of peace and unity. I started my peace journey when I was in 7th grade, and it is now going on 6-7 years. And I've been with Pathways the whole time, and I wouldn't have it any other way. What else? I am part of the social media team of Pathways to Peace, as well as going to be the formal youth representative for Pathways to Peace to the United Nations, and I am excited for that. It's just so much to say in so little time. But what we talked about on Tuesday was when we had the youth preliminary, we talked about how that the youth is the way that we're going to change the world. The youth is how we're going to change the world. And our voices are powerful, but they could be more powerful with the backing of other generations or backing of other youths ourselves. With that, one quote that I always say is, be the force that inspires change, be the change that makes a difference, because all it takes is one voice to change the world. And I truly believe that that is how we're going to change the world. Only one voice, that is all that it takes to change anything, because anything is possible in our world. Everything and anything is possible. I wouldn't be here if I didn't talk to Tez on the first day that I met her. I wouldn't be in anything if I didn't use my voice to help others in need. My mission is to speak out, speak up, and help those in need and who don't have a voice at all, especially people with education, with different education, special education, because we all deserve a chance to learn about this stuff, to learn about World Unity Week, to learn about world peace, and to learn about how to be kind to each other. Because kindness is always going to be key in our world. And whenever we feel we're going to have a breakdown, and I'm going to quote Dr. Marty, who was one of our keynote speakers on Tuesday, stop, breathe, and think. Whenever I've broken down, I've always stopped, I breathed, I thought about it, and then I put into action what I wanted to do. And it changed my world, changed my life. When I met Tez, it was through my teacher, Mr. George Anthony. He changed everything. He paved the way for me to be where I am today. And I couldn't have done it without him. And I couldn't have done it without anybody, with everybody. So I thank everyone that is here with World Unity Week. We're changing the world by the minute, by the second. Even if it's just minor change, change is happening. We just have to all open up our eyes and look at the big picture instead of seeing, oh, what did I change in this little world? Let's see what I changed in the bigger picture. And I thank you so much, Ben, for having me and for letting me do the part of the, I wouldn't say closing, but more of an ongoing ceremony. And I thank everyone for coming today. Good night.
You rock, Emma. You rock. Thank you so much for being with us. And we look forward to seeing more of you across the 99 days. Now, getting ready for Peace Week and the International Day of Peace in September. Of course, Pathways to Peace. We've got so many initiatives. Thank you again, Tez, for facilitating this. And we're looking forward to collaborating and connecting more, Emma, with you and the rest of the youth leaders as we go forward on this journey. And again, thank you for bringing your voice to this continuation ceremony. That was awesome. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Speaking of awesome, we're now going to our unbelievably beautiful and wonderful Hub Angels. And we're going to be bringing Ingrid and Karen up to share anything that they're on their hearts about the last 8 days, well, even before that, the last month really, preparing for World Unity Week, and then the last 8 days. You guys are so incredible. Thank you so much, Karen and Ingrid, for everything you do, seen and unseen, every little thing. It goes a huge way to creating a culture of generosity and kindness, which really you contribute so enormously to. Welcome.
We're happy to do so. And a quote by Harry Palmer is, "Love is the willingness to create space in which something is allowed to change." And in the Hub, we hold that space for love and change as we're all cycling through these convergences together. One of the things that we had really wanted and had been desiring was more people to join us in being Hub holders, which are responsible for both the helping the participants and the presenters and the stewards and the new people that are just coming in and finding us along the way. And we really had some amazing people step up, and Tex Albert really joined the team this year in opening the Hub every single morning and making sure that it was available, and he's going to continue to hold space through his mission. And we are really upping our game together as we are looking at how we can collaborate more effectively. And we have been learning. I mean, none of us know all the answers, so all of us are learning together. And everyone who participates as part of the Woo Crew team in order to publish, to do Zoom text, to do the marketing, which is basically us trying to figure out how to do social media. So we need some of the youth to come in and help train us. And also translation teams as we continue to grow our reach, people who know different languages and that can help us build these bridges together, very much needed. And we will have Hub huddles coming up over the next 91 days as we move into Peace Week, but continuing throughout the convergence as we cycle the wheel of moving from World Unity Week to Peace Week to Enlightening Our Way Together, and then building beloved community, and then coming back again to World Unity Week next year. So it's an exciting journey that we hold together. Tex, do you want to say anything real quick?
Yes, thank you, Karen and Ingrid, for inspiring my actions through the hub. I commit, and I wrote in the chat that I will be presencing in the hub daily over the 99 days. There's a hub roster. I put the link in the chat. Anyone can indicate they want to participate in the hub. You don't have to know the answers, all the answers, but you can always say you can ask someone, and you don't have to be alone in the hub. So I commit to presence, and also through the hub to do outreach in the mighty network Peace Through Unity platform. So I'm there to be assisting each and any one whenever there's a need for my input. And if I don't know the answers, well, we go to John, we go to Becky, we go to Ben, to Irina. Thank you. Have a great day, evening.
Yes, and please do look on the Mighty Networks for the hub link, and you will see in there are Loom videos and Zoom video, or videos, and you can see the training that has been developed up to this point. We continue to evolve, but don't hesitate to learn something new every day. And Karen.
Thank you, Ingrid. Ingrid truly is a heart-based system analysis, and she's already created changes to make the hub run more lovingly and efficiently. Becky's definitely the pulse of passion that infuses the hub during all of these convergences. So I have some reflections on the hub. I'm going to read and speak very quickly to sort of assist with our timing here. The Power of a Minute. One of my favorite songs is Seasons of Love. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in your life? There are 11,520 minutes in our 8-day World Unity Week. The challenges of reflecting on those in a 2-minute summary. Thank you, all of you, for infusing yourselves in every single minute. We have measured and lived these minutes by listening, loving, and sharing. We measured them with Zoom logins, live streams, WordPress data entry, chatty boxes, meeting, and hub huddles, missions, meditations, and prayers, songs, chants, and silence. Across the globe, no matter what time, culture, or language, faces beamed with smiles, eyes glistened with tears, hearts expanded, minds evolved. We have measured these minutes in sacred steps towards ceremony, car rides, airplane flights, and even ferry boats as our family members traveled from distant places to be present here, together, converging in world unity. So we look ahead to the 91 days towards our Peace Week in September. That's 1,042, 560 minutes. How will you measure these? I imagine we shall infuse these next 1,042, 560 minutes with love and peace, wholeness and creation as we continue to unite, walk, breathe, and be together. We shall co-create, weave, and live our missions as one, each of us beaming the brilliance of our own unique light.
And we all have now.
Wow, that was great. That was cool. I love that big bell. Scott Katamas, Awakening World is starting in half an hour. You want to just put in a quick invitation, Scott, to everybody there to come across? Or has he left? Oh, he's here. He's here. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
It needed to be unmuted. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Well, for 4 years in a row now, the Global Peace Tribe has helped kick off the World Unity Week and closed it out. And once again, we are having tonight's Awakening World is completely dedicated to celebrating this amazing week that just took place, and then really dropping into preparing for the 99 Days of Unity. So you're going to get one more chance to see some of your friends like Ben and John and Becky and some of the other wonderful people that have presented. And then we're going to go to Summer Joy, who's going to lead a dance party. This whole thing started with doing a 24-hour dance-a-thon. I would get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and there she was, even by herself, dancing. And so she's going to lead an amazing dance event. So please join us 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern. I just put the Zoom room into the chat box, and we're going to all continue to work on our missions, getting ready for 99 Days of Unity and celebrating this incredible week that just took place.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the incredible partnership of the Awakening World and the Global Peace Tribe. And it's just amazing to see the collaboration and cooperation. Thanks to Unify. I know Tammy is here as well. They put out the email blast. They carried so many live streams from featured events and the plenaries. What an amazing connection, collaboration, Miranda. And thank you to the Peace on Earth by 2030 game, the frequencies, the daily meditations, the incredible event that David and the whole team, Miranda, did back on day one, which was one of the most extraordinary things I think that happened across the whole week. It's been a really great example of what we can do when we all come together. Miranda.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ben. I know we're short on time, so I put a bunch of links that people have been asking about in the chat. They all pretty much say the same thing, but they're just different places to find them and see them. But yeah, opening ceremony, Peace on Earth by 2030. So many amazing speakers, so many amazing people that were here right now helping with the continuation ceremony as well. But 15,000 views so far on that one, and people just joining in the true peace and unity and cooperation, collaboration, energy with all of us, and holding the faith for peace on earth to be possible. And our mission with Empowerment Institute and Unify, and working with Ben and John and everybody here at World Unity Week and continuing towards Peace Week with the 99 days, a lot of us are going to play the Peace on Earth game together, and we're doing a special version of the online version of the game. So you don't have to be a leader yet. Just come in and play. Bring your family, friends, send it to everybody you know that needs fun in their life, that needs friends, that needs to be able to be in breakout groups and share with each other about how life is going, and challenging ourselves to push our growing edges and be there together. So July 5th at noon and at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so 2 times on that day, will be an info session about how to be a PO zone leader, a Peace on Earth zone leader in your community, which will start in September. But to join the online game with us starts July 16th and goes every Sunday until September 10th for the 99 Days of Peace. So we hope to see all of you there and your friends and family, and let's fill the room with 1,000 people playing the game if we can. And I love all of you. Thank you, Ben and John and Peter and Irina and everybody for your tireless service. It has been amazing to be here.
Yes, it absolutely has, Miranda. Thank you. Thank you so much for your so many gifts. I caught you on the Global Coherence Pulse today, which was so beautiful, talking about faith. And again, I mean, Teresa Collins, the Global Coherence Pulse, every day was just gorgeous. Gary Malkin and Dot Maver and Michael Leanfield, and of course, Teresa and Julie Kroll. So go and have a look at the Global Coherence Pulse today. Miranda, you were wonderful today. I want to bring in our dear partners from Hubcast Media. It been an extraordinary process, a little bit of a learning experience for us. But boy, did we up our game in terms of stepping forward towards a world-class quality broadcast. And, you know, this is part of what our objective is and our goal is, to really take the incredible content that we've got here and package it for a global audience of millions. And Peter Young, this is your vision. There's an alignment here, which we couldn't create in a strategy meeting or a boardroom. It was created somewhere else. For which we're very grateful. Brother, you and Mark, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say more than welcome, and anything you'd like to share to the community.
Well, first of all, thank you, Ben. And as I say, it's kind of funny. Oh, Mark, you got to mute your mic. Thanks.
You think we know that by now, eh?
So I'll talk first and then I'll mute mine. So first of all, it's funny because we talk about how hubs and we talk about how we've built these places for people to gather. Believe it or not, I named this company Hubcast in 2014. And this has been a mission I've been on, first meeting Ben in 2020 or 2019, I believe 2020, when we did the Caravan of Unity together. This has been my mission. My mission, I've been in this broadcast industry, in the event industry for about 40 years. Okay, I'm not gonna, 40 years. But I really felt in this last phase of my career that I really wanted to present something with purpose and work with people that resonated to what I believe in and shifting consciousness. And really it starts with, I call it moving the cat food. We've got to get people into a better diet of content, a better diet of media. I'm just honored to be part of this community. And did I get disconnected?
Mark? Just for a second, you're back now. You're good now.
I'm good. Figure that. I'm in the studio and all that. So, but as I say, Ben, it's been an honor working with you, and I'm really excited about what we're working on now. We are working on a strategy, our own mission for the 99 Days of Peace. Our goal is to build content and give you guys a platform that you guys can continue to produce content just like we have over the last 8 days. We are working with Ben to put something together how you guys can access our facility for your own projects. It's really important when we send our message out there that it is in a way that can be communicated that people will engage with. And I think I'm gonna first of all thank Mark Curran, who I brought onto this team for this project specifically. Mark is a person that has a lot of experience in this hybrid world that we're all merging into. And again, I'm going to let Mark to finish this off. But thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much, John, everybody in the team, Anne-Marie. We're on, what is it, show 55? I've been up, we do about 14 hours a day. And I'm amazed that we're still kind of sitting up. So again, thank you so much, guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. 99 Days of Peace, right into Peace Weekend. Watch out. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I'd like to just thank, first off, Peter for bringing me into the fold and meeting Ben and the team as we got started. I will say at first it was like, wow, this is a huge, and I loved it because it was something that became a vision of mine over the number of years, especially the past 3 years, to create these online virtual interactive events. And I think the interactive is the key part. We all have a desire and a need to want to be seen and heard. And when you're watching just a live stream on a website, it's great. You get to be taking in the content. But when you get to be in a Zoom room, when you can actually talk and communicate and ask questions and be part of the conversation from anywhere in the world, that to me really ups the game and the level of these events, because it creates community. As community creators of experience is the best teacher. And in my experience, this becomes a way big and better experience when you can communicate and connect with like-minded people, where you can learn and grow and transform and have fun. And I feel like, I was just like, holy smokes, I do a lot of this work here locally. And this is the first time I've ever really become aware. I've heard Unify, and I know some people locally because, Tatiana Speed, she's right here in my neighborhood. There's people that I've had come into the production office that we've interviewed on our own programs. And I'm like, oh, wow, our whole community came together in this global way in 8 days that I was dreaming about. I didn't know how it was ever going to happen. And here it is. And, I just met Ben, maybe 10 days ago, maybe a little bit more, and I feel like I've known him my whole life. Maybe that's because we've spent so much time together communicating, but, it's that connection and that rapport that we all have because we're like-minded. We have the same vision. We have the same desire to create change in the world. And I am so honored and humbled to be part of helping everyone bring this team together to support your 99-day mission and whatever that is, however we can support you. Peter's here. I am here. The team is here. You've got people from all these groups, because I was like, holy smokes, there's other things happening in other rooms, not just this room. I have been blown away on such a level that, I think I might be on my 8th win, but that's how we do it, because it's, what is it that makes you want to get up early and stay up late and you work beyond yourself? It's growth and contribution. It's love and connection. There's so much variety and fun that we've had this week that I can't tell you how excited and honored I am to be part of this community. So thank you, Peter, and thank you, Ben, and everybody I've met. I'm overwhelmed. I could talk I got notes on all sorts of things. I could just keep going.
Well, let's do a program on that. Go ahead.
And then just one last thought, closing thoughts. I want to put a very special thank you out to Derek. He's the guy behind the scenes. Derek has created all the graphics, all the lower thirds. Derek, dude. Amazing. And maybe this is something I know Derek's commitment. Are you muted? Derek's commitment has been awesome. He's been working just as long as Ben and Mark and myself and Anne-Marie and all the people. Derek, thank you so much. We put the content out there, but you guys create it. And Derek, you are the graphics. Everything graphic is Derek. So thank you, Derek. Thank you, Gary Malkin. Thank you for all of you bringing all this content to me that I could play out between the shows. Gary, thank you so much. And again, Ben, what an honor for us to be involved. We can't wait to continue and grow this bigger and bigger and bigger. So the world, I want millions and millions of people to watch Peace Week. We need to work on that for the next 99 days, and that's my mission. So again, thank you so much, guys. We love you, and till next one.
We love you too, Anna-Marie. I think you got a quick comment.
Yes, I just want to say that I was kind of like in between Australia and where you are. And whenever I woke up or whenever I go to bed, I had that ear thing in and I was hearing your voices. And but the way that you did that, the love and the care, even when there was stress, it was still always trying to be in service. And then when you were all sleeping, then at least I could have contact with Derek. It really made such a big difference how you did that. So I just really want to say thank you for that.
Can I just add one more thing? A big shout out to all the hosts, the room stewards from all over the world in these different time zones. I've done some crazy stuff with some people and and it's like Ben on the other side of the world. When you work through the night and you're working these crazy hours and putting that in on these global events, and for participants as well, it's a big hats off to each and every one of you, because I know, Derek, you're in Australia too, and Anne-Marie, you're all around the world. Thank you, because it's teamwork that makes the dream work. And this team, and even everybody who has been in this Zoom room watching online, they are the team that makes this work.
Thank you, Mark. We love you. Love your message. Love your enthusiasm. And speaking of teamwork that makes the dream work, I just want to give a shout out to our Aussie Unity Earth team. You guys, Ayana, actually, Peter, it's Ayana that's made all of those extraordinary graphics for years. The beautiful Peace Week dove, the beautiful ball of the new earth, and all of the plenary posters and all of those gorgeous images is the creation of Ayana. And you're absolutely right to shout out Derek, who's been pulling all-nighters and getting up and serving people at the last minute and dealing with lots of different personalities with grace and patience. And then there's Irina, who really, without Irina, we wouldn't have been able to do what happened in room one. I was off in Africa and flitting around doing whatever I was doing. It was Irina who actually booked in the speakers, did the emails, coordinated it all. Works enormously, like a month of kind of 60-hour weeks really to pull it together. So we want to hear from each of you before we go any further. Derek, let's start with you, brother. Thank you for everything you do. Anything you want to, I know you're a massive fan of Hubcast. Anything you want to say or share for the community? I can unmute you. There you go.
I am a huge fan of Hubcast, and it's been an amazing opportunity to really take what we're trying to do to a new level. And it's just been an incredible experience, and I'm really looking forward to moving this forward through the 99 days and into Peace Week as well. So I just want to say thanks. It's been a really great ride.
Unreal. And Ayana, thanks for jumping in. You worked so hard on the front end of this to get all of those graphics and everything done. It was awesome. All of the, the screenshots or the grabs of the videos now, they look so beautiful. If you go to what Derek's built on YouTube or the other on-demand videos, it looks amazing because of the teamwork here. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I feel like I missed the whole party. Coming in at the end, I had a conflict schedule-wise this time, so I haven't been here. But the work that this team put together in the first, few months of this, I was part of that, and I was so blessed to be part of that kind of preliminary stage. And we've been working every year to get this more clean, more streamlined, more ready to go before the actual event. And so Derek's just been filling me in the background about how amazing it was to work with Hubcast as well. So looking forward to working with you guys a little bit more closely in future events. And yeah, really, really excited to have a look back on the content this year and see how we've leveled up on that production level and see all the amazing events that have been happening in this last week when I've been adventuring elsewhere in the world. But so grateful to be part of this, and yeah, looking forward to the next years to come.
Yeah, you rock, Ayana.
Thanks so much, Derek, for holding the fort in that as well. I left Derek all my editable files, and I was just like, good luck. I hope it's all good. So yeah, that was amazing, and I'm so grateful to you guys for holding down the fort while I was.
And Samantha Katz, who's able to edit and do edits on the fly in the last minute, who's just joined the team with social media, who did a great job promoting stuff. And of course, Beth Alexander, who works on the World Unity Week website as well. I mean, it really is a huge production. Irina, anything what we'd love to hear from you before we're going to have a song soon. We're going to dance, we're going to finish, we're going to close, we're going to bring this to its conclusion. But thank you for everything you did to make Room One so incredible this year. Irina, you're amazing.
Thank you. Hi, Ayana. We really did miss you. Welcome back. Well, yeah, it was amazing, but it was hard work at times, as always. I'm sure I've made this comparison before, but for me, this is really birthing something. It's my little baby, and I do go through labor pains and all that. But then, there's also this grief when it comes to an end, like I have to give this baby away. Luckily, there's another event and another event and another baby and many babies over the years. So, but yeah, it's been amazing. I think the most that I enjoyed this year is that our team expanded with Hubcast and Sam coming on board and working much closer with Anne-Marie and Cara. It's been absolutely beautiful to grow our team, not just the event, but to grow our team globally as well.
Your mic is muted, Ben.
I was trying to bring as many of the team as I could up here. There's Anna-Marie as well. This is kind of like there's more people that I'm missing, Becky, but you're going to bless us, Becky, with a song and a message about Peace Week. And then Pookie and Summer Joy are going to lead us in a dance to close this. So again, to everybody who worked so hard, from the core teams to the stewards, to the presenters, to our beloved sponsors, thank you so much again, Olivia Hansen, for your incredible support. Without you, we couldn't do it. It's as simple as that. We need everybody. This is
and without.
Well, no, I'm good. I love it. I love it. So let's.
I know, but
but we don't have. We're gonna hear Becky's song, John, and we'll do it in the Awakening World. You can thank me in the Awakening World. I promise. We're gonna have Becky's song, and then we're gonna have Pookie dance. But we've got to get to Scott Katamas's room. So let's go. Take it away, baby.
Well, we're all been holding so much, and now we're holding these incredible visions for our missions over these 99 days. And so everyone, mark your calendars. Tomorrow is day 90, is it? Because we're counting up or down to Peace Week, which is September 17th through the 23rd, I believe. And so we'll be sharing more email love with you all and inviting you to stay in the Magic Canoe with us with different events that are happening between now and then of course during the Convergence during Peace Week. So you all are very much invited to stay paddling with us, and we're so grateful. And I wanted to share a song that is infused with where I am upon this land in North Carolina. It's Nusiok, Tuscarora land, and I'm so grateful that I've been exposed to a lot of music from the Appalachian Mountains, and there's a song that I love to sing that I've changed the words inspired by this past week and some of the things that I'd written down. And so the new earth is rising. The new earth is rising. The new earth is rising. We are awaking in our world. Our people are our people. Our people are our people. Our people are our people. We are awaking to our world. Our new earth is rising. Our new earth is rising. Our new earth is rising. We are awaking for our world.
That was exquisite, Becky. Beautiful. Olivia, did you want to share something from your heart, because you're such an important part of all this?
Well, this has been just an amazing event. 8 days of magic. And I'm so glad that we've spent this time honoring you, Ben, and John, and this amazing team that pulls it together in such a magical way. You know, it's World Unity Week, and you all have set such an amazing example of unity, collaboration, cooperation, inspiration, and joy and love. And to me, that is the greatest gift, to model what we're talking about. And you've lived it, you've loved it, you've brought it, you've danced it, you've sung it, you've brought it in to actual manifestation. And I think as a living example of unity and oneness. And so all I can say to you all is I love you. Hats off to you. You did it, and more to come. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Alrighty, and now we're going to have Pookie Lee, who's going to take us into a little message and then the song and the dance. And we're going, it's time, Pookie, it's time for Pookie.
Oh my goodness. Wow. What an amazing 8 days. Together all over the globe, we rose up in love and compassion and healing and unity, right? Everywhere, all across our planet. And when we're doing big events like this, wow, it's so awesome to have a theme song that represents our values, our mission, our vision that we're all holding together. Each one of us are an integral part of the new Earth rising. And you know what? I don't know if you were paying attention, but the Schumann resonance was just going off the chain. It was vibrating so high, and I know it's because all of the love and all of the compassion and joy that was expressed over these last 8 days. So, with this new theme song, we are a new Earth rising. There's an invitation. My mission is to create an awesome video that represents all of our community, all of our beloved relatives from all over the world as we come together to dance and to laugh and to sing and to express and to show the world that we are rising up. We are rising up together in love. We are amplifying the field of unity with our hearts filled with compassion. And so you can go to the missions page where John was showing you in the Mighty Network, and you can join to be a part of this mission and submit a video of you, of your community, of your family, of your organization, rising up in love as we support a new Earth rising. And over the 99 days, we're going to make a video, and the video, we're going to do the world premiere. I do believe, Ben, in world, and what is it?
Peace Week.
Peace Weekend. Yes, Peace Week. So during that time. So there'll be a little link when you go in there. You can find out where to submit. But right now, we've got the amazing Summer Joy Raymer, and she and I are going to dance it off as we celebrate a new Earth rising. And we invite you to come and dance along with us. And please send in your videos to be a part of this dynamic expression of a new Earth rising. Are you ready, Ben? You ready to play the music? You're going to hit it?
You better believe it. You better believe it. Let me get my computer audio set to go. You ready? I love the start of this song. It's like, just makes you want to get up and dance. So
yeah. We are rising in power all over the world. Our hearts hold the visions of our ancestors before. Together we will stand.
Rise, the new earth rising. Rise, it's a new earth rising. Rise, new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
New earth rising.
Rise,
New earth rising.
rise,
New earth rising.
rising in love, we rise. It's a new earth rising. Rise, see the new earth rising. Rise, feel the new earth rising. Rising in love, we rise.
New earth rising.
Rise,
New earth rising.
rise,
New earth rising.
rising in love, we rise. We rise. We rise. We rise. Rising up and up.
We are a new earth rising. We are rising up together in love. What a powerful weekend as we continue on these 99 days into Peace Week. It's going to be magnificent. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your gifts and your joy and your love and your light. It's what the world needs right now. You are so important to all that's emerging. It's so powerful, and we are doing this together. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, everyone.